Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name's James and today we're doing another model scenery kit. This time we're doing the Metcalfe Small Factory kit, which is the product number PN183, and it's an N-scale kit, despite the size of the building. But yeah, let's have a look at all the bits first. So let me pop this out of the way. So up there. Right, so here is the instruction sheet, and here's the large pile of pieces, which we'll go through in a moment. So let's have a look at what we need. So I'll go through the tools first. So we've got a modelling knife. I've got my box cutter, as always. A steel ruler. Some glue. Got some UHU glue here. So always nice to have. Ultra fine tip glue applicator, which I won't be bothering to use because I use my fingers. A cutting surface. I've got my blue mat underneath. Some fine point tweezers. There we go. Some watercolor paints and a very fine brush to paint the edges and corners, which I don't bother doing. And a few other things to add on to this. Normally it does suggest some scissors, which it hasn't for some reason, but do have some scissors nearby. Some bulldog clips, which are always useful to have to hold things together. A recycle bin nearby to put all the rubbish in. And yeah, I think that's most of the stuff which you need. And also a pencil does also help for marking out the grey card strengtheners, which I will be doing when I get around to that. What else would you could use? I think that's pretty much it, really. And the instruction, the checklist for all the pieces, that's what I needed. I'll simply reading that up there. So sheet A is the printed sheet with all the main building walls. There we go. Not looking forward to all these windows when we get round to it. But yeah, we got that. Sheet B is the printed with window frames. So yeah, there's all the windows. And we've got some cornerstone strips here and a few other little bits as well. And some roofing bits. Let's see. Oh, I'm being messaged as always. Just hide that for a sec. There we go. Right, got sheet plain grey card sheet 1. I think it's this one. Let me have a look. No, that's the other one. That is the one we need. So that is sheet 1. So to tell the difference is this one has the steps. So yep, that's how you tell the difference. And sheet 2 for the plain grey card is the one which doesn't have all the steps on, and also has the main building walls. We have the glazing sheet, and you can see all the windows, which actually that's not probably going to be too bad. Actually, most of them are all together, so hopefully that's not going to be too bad. But still, fair amount of windows. So glazing sheet. And finally, well, for the pieces, it's the ridge towel sheet, standard ridge towel sheet, and also finally, the instruction booklet. So let me just get all these bits over here. There we go. So let's see how we put this together. There's the sheet 2 for the grey strengtheners. So building a sidewalls. So get the grey card out from sheet 2 and start building up all the walls. It looks fairly straightforward actually. It's just gluing things together, and I don't think we'll be I think yeah, sheet 2 for the grey card gets used up pretty much immediately from what it looks like. And then building the end walls and fitting all the walls together, and continued fitting all the walls together and sticking the the floors in as well. That holds the main building all together. Yeah, very nice there. Adding gutters here, then finally the roof. Finishing off the roof, which has all the nice big windows. despite having all these windows, it does look like it is fairly open inside. So you might want to add extra decoration if you feel like it at this point. So adding the gutters, adding the roof, roof finishing touches, adding the platform. Is that a platform? Yeah, great look. Yes, it has a platform, so you can put your track right up next to it if you want to. That's a loading bay platform. And yeah, finish off platform, canopy, finishing off a canopy, then building a B, which is the big tower. I say big tower. It's the office building tower. And yeah, that actually doesn't look too bad really either. And again, that has its own platform over here, roof and top. Yeah, it actually does not look all that difficult, despite the size of a building. Yeah, that's pretty much the main drawback for this. Is well, not drawback. Main challenge for this is the size of the building. So yeah, it doesn't look too difficult, but just the size means that glue will take a little bit longer to dry. So yeah, I'm going to put that estimated time. I'm going to put that between an hour and a half, 2 hours tops. I don't suspect it will take longer than 2 hours because, like I said, it's a very simple building from the looks of it. Main fiddly bits is just going to be getting all these windows sorted. And once that's done, yeah, it's just slapping it all together and wait for it to dry and put all that lot together. It's pretty much like a prefab building. So yeah, I don't think that would be too difficult. Anyway, yeah, if you want to see how I put this together a bit more like step by step, do feel free to use the cog wheel down below so you can slow down the video and see it a bit more reasonable speed. But yeah, I will be speeding it up because it will probably take me an hour to 2 hours. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stop rabbiting on and get to work putting this together. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, here we are. We finished the factory, and it did take me a little while just to work out how to arrange this on the turntable, but yeah, it's turned out quite nicely. Very happy with how it's turned out. There's a few things that I probably could have done a little bit more touching up on, and even though I used the guide, I'm not entirely sure if that's completely straight, but it will do. But yeah, it's turned out quite nicely, and generally it wasn't all that difficult to put together. There were a few things which did get me, like it would say, oh, put this together, oh, and before you put this together, put this in first. Yeah, it kind of did a little bit of backtracking, so it would say, oh, put this together first, then you should have done this before that. That was a few things which did catch me, which is the reason why I had to peel off a few things up here and put them back on. And a few things which I did a little bit out of order, but I managed to get it all done and ended up quite happy with how it's turned out. But yeah, it's just the instructions were a little bit higgledy-piggledy, to put it in the nicest of terms. Well, put in the best of terms anyway, but yeah, so it could have been better there, but still, I managed to put it together, and it only took me, what, just over, let me have a quick look, not quite 2 hours. It did take me a lot longer than I thought. The main building actually took me under an hour, but then, no, putting all the finer fiddly bits, because there's a lot of fiddly bits up here, on the top of the roof here, that did add the extra time. And if you take into account for the windows, that would have probably pushed it up to 2 hours at most. Probably a little bit longer. But yeah, still turned out rather nice, and I'm happy with it. And yeah, it's enough one to chalk off on my run through of Metcalfe kits. So let's see how much it cost me. £12. And for a fairly large building like this, £12 not actually that bad. Because, well, it takes, I'll say it takes up a large amount of space. It's a decent sized building, and you can use it for a few things really, so. But obviously it's a warehouse, no, factory, sorry. I think there are a few kits which go along with it to make it more into a factory complex. But, yeah, rather nice. A few tricky bits were some of these top lights up the top here on this roof. They're a bit awkward, which is the reason why the bulldog clips are quite useful. Some of this was a little bit fiddly because you didn't actually have a guide to level this out. That's why it's slightly on the wonk. And also I thought these two would have glued together, because if you look at the picture, let me just have a quick say. Yeah, it sews them together. So I thought, oh no, they should glue together. No, that's a freestanding building on its own, and that's a freestanding building on its own, and yeah, you could glue them together, but it may look a bit off. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. So if you liked the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and if you didn't like the video, hope you enjoy any day anyway. And if you want to slow down the video, there is the little cog at the bottom to slow down the video if you want to see this being put together at a more reasonable speed. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy your day, and I'll see you again next time. So take care now. Bye bye.